Alright guys, we are back for more of my 26th birthday special. We just did a game of Family Feud Decades for the Nintendo Wii, and that was a whole lot of fun. And we did manage to successfully win the $20,000 in fast money, which was very exciting. So, for our next segment, we are going to be playing Jeopardy for the Nintendo Wii. So let's see how well we do on this game.
Welcome to Jeopardy, everyone.
We'll do easy difficulty like we always do, and let's play. And let's see if we can have ourselves a great game here.
This is Jeopardy! Introducing today's contestant. Player one.
We're taking on Katie and Samuel this game. And there's the late great Alex Trebek that we all miss very much to this day.
Alex Trebek.
Thanks, Johnny. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to work in...
Alright, let's see the categories in the Jeopardy round.
The first round of play today has these categories for you.
Controversial TV, Literary Bears, Historic Munich, Animals, Official State Things, and That's My Mom with mom quotation marks.
You're in command of the board as we continue right now. While pointing the Wii remote at the screen, press the A button to select...
Let's start Literary Bears for 200.
This literary bear started life as a real teddy bear bought as a toy for Christopher Milne. Yes, player one. Use the Wii remote.
Who is Winnie the Pooh?
Direction on the...
Literary Bears for 400.
You again, player one. Created by Walt Morey, this docile bear lives in the Alaskan wilderness. Let's hear it, player one.
Who is Big Ben? No.
Anyone else?
So we're in the hall right here, but it is still early.
The correct response is Gentle Ben.
It was Gentle Ben that we needed. Okay. Literary Bears for 600.
This bear got his name from the London train station where he was first found after arriving from Peru.
Now this one I should know.
Player one.
Who is Paddington Bear?
Good for you.
Literary Bears for 800. And we're also out of the hole. Answer, Daily Double.
Answer. It's the Daily Double.
It is early, like I said just a moment ago, so I'll just do 1,000.
All right, here's your clue. On this doctor's island, you'll find a bear bull and an old woman made of vixen and bear.
Who is Dr. Moreau?
Congratulations.
Yes, we got it. So that puts me up to $1,400. Alright, Literary Bears for 1,000.
His story, The Bear, recounts an annual hunting expedition in Yoknapatawpha County, Mississippi.
I'm not quite sure here. I'm not going to take a guess on it.
Here's the response we were looking for. William Faulkner.
It was William Faulkner. Okay. Alright, let's go to Animals for 200.
The striped species of this mammal is identifiable by the two white stripes down its back forming a V. Okay, player one.
What is a skunk?
Yes.
Animals for 400.
Player one. The Cape species of this bovine of southern Africa is extremely dangerous to man and has never been domesticated. Yes, player one.
What is the buffalo? Got it! Alright, Animals for 600.
You get to pick again. Here's Kelly from our Clue Crew with the clue.
The cuddly koala feeds almost exclusively on the leaves of this tree of the myrtle family.
Player one.
What is the eucalyptus? Animals for 800.
Select again. On the Galapagos Islands, the marine type of this lizard feeds on algae that it gathers off rocks at low tide. Okay, player one.
What is the salamander? No.
Any other takers? Here's the correct response. An iguana.
We are looking for an iguana, and that's going to be my second guess. Oh well. Animals for 1,000.
This small Andean rodent is prized for its fur, which can be gray with a deep blue underfur. Here's what we wanted. The chinchilla.
It was the chinchilla that we needed. Okay.
You again.
Alright, that's my mom for 200.
In 1758, Ben Franklin issued his last publication of this annual. It's player one.
What is the Poor Richard's Almanac?
Yes.
Alright, that's my mom for 400.
Select again. Game fish of the family Istiophoridae with a pointed snout. Let's hear it, player one.
What is the marlin?
Correct.
That's my mom for 600.
Player one. A doctor who specializes in the treatment of skin diseases. It's player one.
What is a dermatologist?
That's right, way to go.
That's my mom for 800.
Player one. Here's Kelly with the clue.
Its silhouette is seen here.
Yeah, I definitely know this.
Let's hear it, player one.
What is Massachusetts?
That is correct.
That's my mom for 1,000.
You get to pick again. Dr. Faustus, playwright.
Let's see what Samuel says. Andrew Marvell, and that's not it.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on
Alright, it's 50-50, so I'll try it.
player one?
Who is Christopher Marlowe?
Good.
Got it! And we ran the category.
We return.
Okay, historic Munich for 200, please.
On Munich's coat of arms, you'll find one of these religious figures who originally settled the city and gave it its name. Yes, player one.
What is the monk? Yes! Alright, historic Munich for 400.
Let's check again. Munich's motto used to be Die Weltstadt mit Herz, the world city with this.
Alright, Katie says, people, no.
Any other takers?
I'll try it.
Let's hear it, player one.
What is the heart? Yes! Alright, historic Munich for 600.
Back in 1634 and 1635, this deadly contagion devastated Munich, killing more than 1/3 of its residents. Okay, player one.
What's the bubonic plague?
Right.
Historic Munich for 800.
Choose again, player one. The Summer Olympics in Munich in this year were sadly marred by terrorism and tragedy. Player one.
What is... $1984?
That's
No.
Anyone else? Here's the correct response. 1970.
It was 1972. That was going to be my second guess, but it's okay. Historic Munich for 1,000.
In the 16th century, Munich was a center of the German phase of this movement against Protestantism. Here's what we were looking for. The Counter-Reformation.
We are looking for the Counter-Reformation. Okay. Official state things for 200.
It reigns as West Virginia's official state butterfly. Yes, player one.
What is the monarch?
You got it.
Official state things for 400.
Please pick again. When Virginia got to state one of these animals, the governor's office released a poem that mentioned Adam West. Let's hear it, player one.
What is the bat?
Yep.
Alright, official state things for 600.
Player one. Sounds scary, but Colorado's official state fish is the greenback cutthroat type of this.
I'm not sure on this one.
Here's what we wanted. The trout.
It was the trout. Okay. Official state things for 800.
The syringa, also known as the mock orange, is Idaho's official state this.
I'm not quite sure on this one as well.
Here's what we were looking for. A flower.
It was a flower. Okay. Official state things for 1,000.
Appropriately, the official state cantata of Connecticut has this spicy name. We're talking about nutmeg.
It was nutmeg, and that was actually what I was thinking. I should have buzzed in right there on that one, but that's alright. Controversial TV for 200.
This singer's hip gyrations on the Ed Sullivan Show in 1957 were not shown because they were deemed too sexual. Yes, player one.
Who is Elvis Presley?
Good.
A controversial TV for
You
400.
get to pick again. In a speech, this real-life VP blasted fictional Murphy Brown for her choice to have a child out of wedlock. Player two.
What does Katie say? George H.W. Bush, and that's not it.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
Let's try it.
It's player one.
Who is Dan Quayle? Got it! Alright, controversial TV for 600.
This animated show proved nothing is sacred with the episode Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh. Okay, player one.
What is South Park? Yes! Alright, controversial TV for 800.
She shocked many with her wardrobe malfunction in the 2004 Super Bowl halftime show. Yes, player one.
Who is Britney Spears?
No.
No.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's the correct response. Janet Jackson.
We are looking for Janet Jackson. Okay.
Let's have a look at the $1,000.
Alright, last clue.
It was alien telekinesis that caused TV's first interracial kiss on this show. Okay.
What does Katie say? Star Trek? And she's right. And she's out of the hole as well. Alright, so we got the lead at the end of the Jeopardy round, so we're doing very good right now at the moment. Alright, so Samuel is going first in double Jeopardy since he's in last place. Let's see what categories we have for this round.
Sports
Illustrated Magic Numbers. Flowers.
New York.
New York. Classic Kids Lit. India.
And tea time.
And tea time with tea in quotation marks.
Player three, as promised.
Sports Illustrated Magic Numbers for 400.
Baseball, 4,192 hits. Let's hear it, player one.
Who is Pete Rose?
Now,
Yes! Sports Illustrated magic numbers for 800.
hockey, 92 goals. Player one.
Who is Wayne Gretzky?
Right you are.
Sports Illustrated magic numbers for 1200.
Back to baseball. 2,131 consecutive games. It's player one.
Who is Cal Ripken? Sports Illustrated magic numbers for 1600. And there's the first of two daily doubles.
One of the daily double. And you have the lead. How much are you going to wait?
2,000, please.
Answer this. Track and field. 29 feet, 2.5 inches.
Who is Jesse Owens? No, but that's okay. We still have the lead.
Is Bob Beamon.
We are looking for Bob Beamon. All right.
You again.
Sports Illustrated magic numbers for 2,000.
Football. 63 yards. Player one.
Who is John Elway? No.
That's wrong. Any other takers?
Okay, says Tom Dempsey, and that's what we needed.
Choose again. Player two.
New York for
Completed
400.
in 1931, this structure required 10 million bricks. A true stairmaster would climb its 1,860 steps. Let's hear it, player one.
What is the Empire State Building?
That's correct.
New York for 800.
Select again. Forget about it. Now a borough, it was incorporated as a village in 1816 with roughly 4,000 residents. Yes, player one.
What is Brooklyn? I picked the right one! Sweet! New York for 1,200.
In 1754, King's College was founded in New York City. Today it's known as this Ivy League University.
What does Katie say? Columbia?
Right, you are.
And that's right.
We return to you, player.
New York for 1,600.
1776, after the Battle of this area, the British retook New York City and held the city until the war's end in 1783.
Samuel says Long Island, and he's right.
Great.
That puts him out of the hole as well.
Player three. You pick again.
New York for
In
2,000.
1765, Congress met in New York to protest unfair taxes levied under this act. Here's the response we were looking for. The Stamp
It was the Stamp Act, and that was actually the one I was thinking about. Should have buzzed down that one, but it's alright. Flowers for 400.
Filter, with the thistle as its national flower. Yes, player one.
What is Scotland?
Yes.
Alright, flowers for 800.
Player one. On March 22nd, 1994, the Dutch ambassador to the United States gave her a new tulip named for her.
Alright, what does Katie say? Barbara Bush? No.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Let's try it.
It's player one.
Who is Nancy Reagan? No.
Anyone else?
So that narrows it down for Samuel.
Let's hear it, player three.
We are looking for Hillary Clinton.
That's correct. Please pick again, player
My
3.
flowers for 1200.
Singularly speaking, the bright blue cornflower is known as this button. Player
Alright,
3.
Samuel says the blue button, and that's not it.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
I'll go for it.
Let's hear it, player 1.
What is the bachelor button? There we go. Okay, let's do flowers for 1600.
Next, also called galanthus, it's among the earliest garden flowers to blossom in spring. Here's the correct response. The snowdrop.
It was the snowdrop. Okay.
We return
Flowers
to
for 2000.
Bloom forms of this large hardy perennial include spoon, quill, and pom-pom.
What does Samuel say? Chrysanthemum, and that's right.
You again, player 3.
Tea time for 400.
It's the T in ATM, or physicist Edward. Okay, player 1.
What is teller?
That is correct.
Alright, tea time for 800.
Player 1. It can mean to veer or to go sour as applied to milk. It's player 1.
What is torque? No.
Any other takers? The correct response is to turn.
It was turn. Okay.
Choose again.
Alright, tea time for 1200.
Another name for a billy club or a policeman's baton. Okay,
What does Samuel say? Truncheon, and that's right.
Select again.
Tea time for 1600.
It's a sustained pull applied mechanically to correct fractured or dislocated bones.
Alright, Katie says traction, and that's right.
Player 2. Pick again.
Tea time for 2000.
In some religious beliefs, it's the process of transference of a soul into another body at death.
I'm not quite sure about this one.
Here's the response we were looking for. Transmigration.
It was transmigration.
You
Okay.
get to pick again, player 2.
Classic Kids Live for
This story
400.
begins, all children except one grow up. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is Peter Pan?
You got it.
Classic Kids Live for
Player
800.
1. In a novel by Francis Hodgson Burnett, 7-year-old Cedric Errol inherits a title and is known as Little Lord This. Player 1.
What is Cunningham? No.
Anyone else? We're talking about Fauntleroy.
It was Fauntleroy that we needed. Okay. Classic Kids Live for 1200.
This classic is the first book in Madeleine L'Engle's Time Quartet. Here's what we wanted. A wrinkle in
It was A Wrinkle in Time. Okay.
You again.
Classic Kids Live for 1600.
Completes the title of a classic about an African-American family. Roll of Thunder. Yes, player 2.
Let's see what Katie says. Hear my cry, and that's right.
Player 2, back to you.
Classic Kids Lit for 2000.
Black Pearl and Island of the Blue Dolphins are two classics by him. Here's the correct response. Scott Odell.
It was Scott Odell. Okay.
We return to you. Player
India for 400.
The international airport in New Delhi bears her name. Here's what we were looking for. Indira Gandhi.
It was Indira Gandhi. Okay.
Player 2, back to you.
India for 800.
Jamshedji Natta, an important businessman of this movie capital, used his wealth to enrich it. Let's hear it.
What does Samuel say? Bombay?
That's it.
And that's right.
Please pick again, player.
India for 1200. And there's the other Daily Double.
Answer. The second daily double. Player 3. You're in
Alright,
last
looks like Samuel's gonna risk 2800 on this
As
one.
the new leader of India, Lal Bahadur Shastri led it into a war with this neighbor in 1965.
Alright, he's gonna say Pakistan, and that's right. And that's gonna put him in the lead with $7,000. India for
The winner of the
1600.
1913 Nobel Prize for Literature, Rabindranath Tagore, was born in this former capital in 1861. Here's the correct response. Calcutta.
It was Calcutta that we needed. Okay.
Here's the 2000.
Alright, last clue.
Let's go over to Kelly.
The gesture here typically accompanies this common Indian greeting, from Sanskrit for to bow.
The correct response is Namaste.
It was Namaste. Okay. Alright, time to go into Final Jeopardy. This is looking pretty intense, but I'm not really too sure if we can have a good chance to win this. But let's see what the Final Jeopardy category is.
Landmark.
Landmarks. Okay.
What are you going to win?
Alright, I'm in a tie for second place right now with Katie, as we currently have $5,800, while Samuel has the lead with $7,000. I'm not really too sure about this right here. A lot is riding on this. I will do 5,000.
Each direction on the plus control pad represents a different response. Press a direction to select an answer.
Alright, let's see the
Let's
clue.
reveal the final Jeopardy clue. The quote, "with malice toward none," is on the wall of his Washington, D.C. memorial.
Oh, I think I might know this right here. I'm gonna say who is Abraham Lincoln.
Let's see your response.
Alright, am I right?
And
Yes, I am!
add.
I risked 5,000, so I end up with $10,800.
What did you put as your response?
Case said Martin Luther King Jr., and she's
That
wrong.
incorrect response will drop your score by.
She risked everything, dropping her down to 0.
And your response?
Samuel said Martin Luther King Jr., and he's wrong.
And that will set you back.
And he risked 4,700, so that drops him down to 2,300. So it looks like we win the game with $10,800. How about that?
Good game.
So even though we were in the lead going into Final Jeopardy, I'm glad we actually had a clue that I was able to figure out very well right here, so I could still come out on top right there. So that was definitely very exciting for the way that this game turned out for me, and I will gladly take it. So anyways, that is going to do it for Jeopardy for the Nintendo Wii as part of my 26th birthday special. But we still have some more games to play, and I will see you all for the next segment right after this. So stay tuned.